So recently on the Sunny Talk Spurs YouTube channel, I've done videos on how good Dejan Kulusevski has been and how he's probably our player of the season, how Michy has burst onto the scene and is a player for Tottenham's future, and how impactful Dominic Solanke has been to this Tottenham side as well. But today I'm bringing to the table one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. If he played for any other side, he would be getting so many plaudits. But for Tottenham, he's been absolutely stellar when he's played for us this season. And that player is Pape Matar Sarr. And today on the Sunny Talk Spurs YouTube channel, I'm going to be suggesting that Pape Matar Sarr is the most underrated player in the Premier League. And if you are new to the Sunny Talk Spurs YouTube channel, then drop us a like, hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, and let me know, do you think Sarr is underrated? And also don't forget there's still time to enter the Alloy Collectors competition. See the details in my previous video. So yes, I think Sarr proved against Aston Villa at the weekend that he is fundamental to this Tottenham side when he plays. And he's shown it a few times this season that when he's implemented into the side, he can be an absolute juggernaut for us. He is so impactful. I mean, against Manchester City, he scored such a good goal, which he has got in his locker, to be fair. He can pull these sort of goals out of nowhere, which is really impressive from the young midfielder. But, you know, we all remember Sarr, he burst onto the scene and was prominent in that away game against AC Milan that we obviously lost, but he was really, really good. You know, in the Champions League stage where, you know, AC Milan, they went quite far in that competition. I think they got to the semi-finals that year, so they weren't no mugs. And then, obviously, he became a key part in Ange Postecoglou's side last year, but like most of the squad, he sort of petered out and their form dropped off a little bit. But this year, he's shown how pivotal and important he can be in the current team, because we've seen a mixture of sides from Ange Postecoglou, haven't we? We've seen him use Kulusevski in the 8 position alongside Maddison, with Basuma or Bentancur in the 8. But there's been moments where certain teams that we line up against, you don't need Maddison and you don't need Kulusevski. And because Kulusevski is the informed player, it sort of has meant that Maddison has dropped out. And Sarr comes in and absolutely makes the difference. He did it against West Ham and also against Villa. He was very fundamental where James Maddison started on the bench. It's his drive that I love as a player. It's, you know, he actually, when he was younger, wanted to emulate Yaya Toure. And he has got the potential to be that sort of player, that drive, that hunger. And I'm going to play that clip of when he actually mentioned his hero, Yaya Toure.
Your all-time Premier League 5-a-side team with just African players.
Bon, je vais prendre Iwobi de Fulham, Yaya Toure. Non, je vais prendre Bissouma, Gana Gueye, 4 et Sadio Mané, 5.
But this video has also come off the back of some stats that I've seen, so I'm going to draw your attention to them right now. So my favourite is, and we've got to compare it because of Arsenal and obviously Tottenham connections, how he's compared to Declan Rice this season. Obviously Declan Rice cost Arsenal 100 million, Pape Matar Sarr not so much. But as you can see, you know, when it's their key passes, progressive passes, duels, defensive actions, carrying, forward passes, and forward pass percentage, you know, only Declan Rice leads in duels just and forward passes by a little bit. But if you look at key passes, progressive passes, Sarr is quite clear. Carrying, they're both the same. And forward passes, Sarr leads in that too. So that just shows that this is the sort of calibre that he can keep. He is amongst some of the best midfielders in the Premier League when it comes to their numbers. And you know, what has helped Sarr this year is he has not played every minute. I think last year he was absolutely, you know, ran into the ground. He played lots of minutes. But we've been able to, you know, refresh the squad and rotate that midfield, meaning he's played a bit of Europa League. He's played a bit of Premier League. He's come on as a sub. He's been taken off. So, you know, tactically, Ange has used him more and more wisely. And, you know, I've seen people like Jason Cundy on Talksport actually say that Lavia and Caicedo are the best midfield duo, 2 of the best midfielders this season. I think Sarr's definitely up there. And even some more stats that I've seen on social media point to this, especially after his impressive performance against Villa. As you can see in this tweet here, Pape Matar Sarr is the only Premier League midfielder to rank in the 85 plus percentile for key passes, progressive runs and forward passes, which is very, very impressive. And also, this tweet I really, really liked. Pape Sarr won possession in the midfield third 9 times against Aston Villa on Sunday. The most by a player in a single Premier League match this season, according to Who Scored. And the tweet that I liked from Georgia Killier was, let's get one thing straight. If Sarr was a Man United player, he'd be lauded by pundits and fans as one of the most exciting youngsters in world football. What a player we have. And that just sums it up. That is the current, football Twitter and stuff like that. I think Sarr's been one of the most underrated players in the Premier League for a long time now. Since he, obviously we signed him, we loaned him back to FC Metz, and then we actually brought him back. And he's been a very key player ever since. He's still so young as well. He has got the world at his feet. And I just think he's so important because with our midfielders, they all offer something a bit different, don't they? Bentancur, Bissouma, Kulusevski, Madsen, him, as the main sort of first teamers in and around. I think that Sarr is the best box to box, you could say. He, is a different sort of 8. He's not creative, but he's good at breaking the play up. We saw that twice actually against Aston Villa at the weekend, that he was able to smash and sort of intercept the ball and result in a couple of goals. I just think he is so pivotal to what we want to do in this Tottenham side. It's just, he could be a key player for the future. And I like the opportunity of him actually rotating a bit because it doesn't put so much pressure on him. I think last year there was a lot of pressure on him. He started off well. He scored obviously against Manchester United at home in the first home game of the season. I was there for that. But there is just a thing where, and Ange wants to do this with younger players in the team. He wants to, make sure they're, not rushed too much, not overplayed, and they're playing the right amount of football. So I am happy with his development at the football club. I find that really, really essential. But yeah, I just want to round up this video then with some video clips that I like to do because it sort of sells a bit of flavour on him. And one of the main ones I want to show is when he signed his contract extension last year, and just the sort of player he is and how humble he is. And that's what Ange Postecoglou likes in a player.
Ça fait toujours plaisir parce que Tottenham est devenu ma famille maintenant. Donc ça me fait plaisir de renouveler mon contrat avec le club et de rester le plus longtemps possible dans le club, pouvoir bien m'exprimer, profiter avec les supporters et gagner des trophées. J'essaye de profiter match par match. J'aimerais que cette année ça se passe bien, un peu bien à mon côté. Pour moi, c'est un travail qui est en train de se payer un peu. Donc voilà, j'essaye de profiter, d'aider l'équipe comme je peux et voilà, de profiter match par match. On travaille ensemble au milieu parce qu'on est 3, on s'entraide. L'équipe il a besoin de nous et voilà, mon rôle c'est pratiquement numéro 8. Voilà, j'essaye d'attaquer, de défendre comme le coach il veut et après voilà, j'essaye de marquer des buts aussi, de passer et de faire aider l'équipe. Voilà.
And it's his first goal for Spurs. It's the first at home under the new head coach.
Bon, je me sentais un peu libéré. Moi, j'aime bien marquer dans notre stade parce que les supporters, ils sont tout le temps derrière nous, tu vois. Donc, moi, j'aime bien marquer ici et de profiter avec eux.
Obviously, we're speaking to you in French today, but obviously you've been in London for a while now. How have you settled in? Are you learning English?
Yeah, sorry.
Good answer.
Yeah, je parle anglais un peu. Mais voilà, je fais des cours aussi avec une professeure. Et j'ai fait des cours aussi moi-même sur mon portable. Mais voilà, comme on dit, je ne veux pas précipiter de faire les interviews par exemple en anglais. Mais voilà, je parle avec mes coéquipiers, avec le coach, je parle anglais avec eux. Et voilà, bientôt je vais pouvoir sortir sur les réseaux pour exprimer mon anglais.
And now, Pape, you have an opportunity to go away with Senegal and represent your country again. How much are you looking forward to going into this tournament, knowing that you are the defending champions from 2 years ago?
Bon, c'est pas facile de défendre un titre, hein, parce que l'année dernière, on l'a remporté. Bon, la dernière année, pardon, on l'a remporté. Donc là, on essaye d'aller le plus loin possible dans la compétition, parce que c'est une compétition importante pour nous. Et personnellement, c'est une compétition importante pour moi. Donc on essaye de garder nos titres et voilà, de faire des bons matchs et remporter encore le trophée.
Honestly, I love him to bits. He is amazing. Honestly, I just think he's going to be a really, really key player for Tottenham in years to come. And he deserved his own video. I've been wanting to do a video on him for a while, but he's made me do it because he's been so good. But yeah, you're going to have to let me know in the comments down below. What do you make of Sarr? Is he the most underrated player in the Premier League? Let me know all your thoughts, comments down below. And until next time, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also check out the competition on the previous video to win one of the Alloy Collector's home football shirts. But until next time, see you guys then. Ciao.